Are modern women using men? Exposing dating double standards. Alright, let's dive right in. Are modern women leveraging men in today's dating landscape? The current dating scene operates under a set of unwritten norms, and sometimes it feels like these rules aren't always equitable. Men are frequently expected to bear the financial costs, plan the outings, and initiate the first steps in a relationship. But if equality is the goal, is this dynamic fair, or are we witnessing a system that leans too heavily on one side? From covering dinner expenses to showering dates with gifts, men often invest more financially and emotionally, while women reap the benefits. Are these time-honored traditions, or is it time to confront the double standards at play? Are men being taken advantage of, or is this simply part of the evolving nature of modern relationships? If you're new to my channel, I'm Anna Jorgensen, and I help men like you decode the complexities of women's behavior so you can attract, connect with, and maintain meaningful relationships. Welcome to Just the Tip Star. By the way, stay tuned until the end to learn about my new one-on-one coaching program. Let's unpack this together and shine a light on the realities of these double standards. No filters, no sugarcoating, just the unfiltered truth. Let's start with the financial burden. Why are men still expected to pay? Take the most obvious double standard, money. It's not the 1950s, yet in most parts of the world, men still shoulder the cost of dates. Even in an era that champions equality, women rarely volunteer to pay for their own meals or outings. Why? Because, deep down, some women still expect men to handle financial responsibilities, even if they advocate for equality in other areas or earn more than their partners. Picture this: you're on a date, treating her to a nice restaurant, buying drinks, and covering gas expenses. At some point, it feels less like a romantic gesture and more like an unpaid job interview. Modern dating scenarios often position men as providers while women enjoy the perks. Let's call it what it is, a system where men are being utilized. If modern women seek equality in all aspects of life, why does this outdated expectation still linger over men's shoulders? Some older men might think, I don't mind paying, it's traditional, and that's fine. But ask yourself, is it fair for men to carry this financial weight in an age where women demand 50-50 equality in every other area? The scales are clearly tipped against you. Here's a solution: early on, determine if she aligns with modern feminist ideals. If she claims to support equality, don't hesitate to ask her stance on splitting the bill before the first date. This is a crucial test of her true values. If she identifies as a feminist and is open to splitting costs, establish clear expectations upfront, like taking turns paying or opting for budget-friendly dates. If she's resistant to sharing the responsibility, reconsider whether this relationship aligns with your goals. For the men who still prefer the traditional role of covering expenses, reflect on what you expect in return from your partner. Are you seeking emotional reciprocity, shared responsibilities, or something else? The key is to communicate openly and ensure both parties feel valued and respected. Ultimately, relationships thrive on mutual effort and understanding, not one-sided expectations. Let's discuss the concept of generosity, particularly for the women who are tuning in, so they can gain insight into what men truly desire. A recent survey conducted at various universities in the United States, where there is a notable presence of feminist ideology, revealed that a staggering 87% of female students would dismiss a man who does not cover the expenses during outings. Are you among those women? Do you identify as a feminist? It's worth reflecting on your stance and sharing your thoughts on this matter. Next, let's address another prevalent double standard: emotional labor. The prevailing narrative suggests that men are expected to embody strength, stoicism, and emotional stability, while women are granted more leeway to express their feelings openly. When a man shows vulnerability or opens up about his emotions, he is often labeled as weak or overly sensitive. In contrast, women are allowed to cry, express anger, and seek emotional support without facing judgment. This behavior is often deemed normal or attributed to hormonal fluctuations. If you're interested in understanding how to navigate masculine vulnerability, I recommend checking out my video on that subject, which we will link at the end. This dynamic places men in a challenging position where they frequently provide emotional support but seldom receive it in return. Society expects men to be the strong, silent types who solve problems independently and refrain from asking for help. Let's take a moment to be honest. How many times have you been told to man up when facing a tough situation? How many of you feel like you are merely a silent therapist in your relationship, giving more than you receive? To delve deeper into why some women may leave a man feeling emotionally depleted, I encourage you to watch my video on that topic, which will also be linked at the end or in a pinned comment. To create a more balanced emotional dynamic, it's essential to establish boundaries regarding emotional support. Be open about your feelings and encourage your partner to do the same, fostering an environment where both of you can share and support one another equally. Watching my video on vulnerability will provide valuable insights. Now, a note for the gentleman: regardless of what modern feminism may assert, certain aspects are rooted in biology. There is a distinction between weak and strong vulnerability. Weak vulnerability tends to trigger a nurturing instinct in women, which can suppress their romantic feelings. To better understand the differences between weak and strong vulnerability, I suggest watching the two videos mentioned earlier, which will be linked at the end or in the pinned comment. Ladies, if you wish for a man to confide in you about his innermost thoughts and feelings, it is crucial not to penalize him for doing so, even if he exhibits weak vulnerability. Trust that he won't remain stuck in that state. Instead, view this as an opportunity to express your nurturing side. Remember, his current emotional state is temporary, and any dip in your attraction to him will also be fleeting. Apologies to the guys for that. Now, I have a question for both men and women: what types of vulnerability do you appreciate or dislike in the opposite sex? I genuinely enjoy reading your comments, and I make an effort to go through them all. Lastly, let's talk about the "you should chase me" mentality. The expectation that men should always take the initiative and pursue women is another outdated yet persistent double standard in contemporary dating culture. Men are often tasked with initiating everything, from approaching a woman to asking her out, planning the date, and even defining the relationship, while women can sit back and evaluate whether they will allow the man to win them over. However, here's the twist: when a man seeks a serious relationship, he is often perceived as desperate or clingy, whereas if a woman expresses similar desires, it is viewed differently. In the realm of modern dating, there is often a noticeable imbalance in how commitment is approached. One partner, typically the woman, tends to be the one advocating for a serious commitment, clearly understanding her desires. However, the expectations can shift dramatically based on who is currently in control of the situation. This creates a scenario where men are frequently encouraged to earn a woman's affection, while women hold the ultimate power to either accept or reject advances at their discretion. This dynamic is inherently unfair. To address this outdated pattern, it is essential to promote a more equitable approach to dating. One effective solution is to encourage both partners to take the initiative in planning their dates and determining the relationship's direction. For instance, the next time you plan a date, suggest that you alternate who takes the lead in organizing outings or defining the relationship's trajectory. This not only fosters equal participation but also demonstrates a commitment to building a balanced relationship where both individuals actively contribute to each other's happiness. It's important to note that this approach requires a level of maturity, particularly for men. Biologically, women may not handle stress as effectively as men do. This isn't about societal norms or equality, it's simply a biological reality. For example, if a woman is working the same hours as her male partner and taking on additional responsibilities, the stress she experiences can be more intense than what he might feel. Why is this significant? Because when a woman is under stress, her body can enter a state of fight, flight, or freeze, which can lead to a decrease in sexual desire. Therefore, men might need to take on additional planning responsibilities to help alleviate some of that stress, making it more likely for their partner to feel relaxed and open to intimacy. On the flip side, it's crucial for women to understand that men's physiological responses differ from theirs. It generally takes a considerable amount of stress for a man to lose interest in sex. In fact, for many men, engaging in sexual activity can actually reduce stress and make them more inclined to meet their partner's emotional needs. However, this is contingent upon the sexual relationship being rooted in love rather than feelings of resentment or manipulation. Now, let's address a pressing issue: the manipulation of sex within relationships. Are men sometimes manipulated in this context? Absolutely. The reality is that sex and dating have often been treated as a form of currency, with some women using it as a bargaining tool, either withholding or offering it based on what they can gain from the relationship. This places men in a position where they feel compelled to perform or provide in order to earn physical intimacy, which is inherently unfair. In many situations, women dictate the terms of when, how, and if sex occurs, using it as leverage to control the relationship dynamic. If a man expresses his desires or refuses to comply with this unspoken agreement, he may be labeled as pushy or inappropriate, which is a clear double standard. To counteract this manipulative dynamic, it is vital to prioritize open communication regarding physical intimacy and to establish mutual boundaries from the outset. While it may seem unconventional, this approach lays the groundwork for a relationship where both partners feel comfortable expressing their needs and desires without fear of judgment. This creates a balanced relationship characterized by mutual respect and intimacy that is free from manipulation. However, this can be a delicate topic for men, as any early mention of physical intimacy may lead women to assume that their only interest is in sex. Therefore, it is crucial to approach the subject in a manner that highlights mutual respect and emotional connection rather than focusing solely on physical gratification. For example, instead of directly discussing sexual desires, one might frame the conversation around the importance of emotional closeness and shared experiences, thereby fostering a deeper connection. When you're on a second or third date and sense a mutual spark, it's natural to start exploring deeper connections. This is the perfect moment to gently introduce conversations about shared values, like fostering trust or understanding personal boundaries. For example, you might say, "I really believe in getting to know someone authentically before diving into physical intimacy. To me, that creates a space where we both feel safe and comfortable." How do you feel about when physical closeness naturally fits into a relationship? This approach opens the door to discussing boundaries without seeming pushy or overly focused on physicality. It shows you respect their comfort zone while framing intimacy as a collaborative journey, not a checklist. For guys, even if you've mastered building rapport, broaching physical topics too soon can feel like navigating a minefield blindfolded. Timing isn't an exact science, women often have different comfort timelines, and misjudging isn't failure, just part of the process. If you stumble, own it gracefully without letting it shake your confidence. Relationships thrive on trial and error. For women, want to gauge if someone shares your views on physical intimacy? Start the conversation. Many men approach intimacy differently, not better or worse, just uniquely. Assuming they're easy or complicated sets unrealistic expectations. Lean into these differences, they're what make relationships dynamic and interesting. Now, dating apps, the platform dynamics are tricky. With women fielding endless matches and men struggling to stand out, it's easy to see relationships as disposable transactions. Research confirms women often receive disproportionately more attention, creating an imbalance where meaningful connections get lost. How to break this cycle? Prioritize quality over quantity, carefully filter profiles that align with your core values, and send personalized messages that reference specific details from their bio, like commenting on their passion for hiking or photography. Consider working with a dating coach to refine your approach, or explore affordable online courses, many under $10, that teach profile optimization and communication strategies. But don't forget offline opportunities. Join book clubs, volunteer groups, or sports leagues, spaces where interactions develop organically through shared interests. These environments foster balanced connections because both parties engage as whole people, not filtered profiles. And gentlemen, if you're serious about dating apps, invest in premium features. These tools let you filter by traits beyond superficial details, like height or income, to focus on values-driven matches. Honesty matters here, misrepresenting basics like height or age guarantees mismatches, so always lead with authenticity. Whether online or offline, meaningful relationships start when you show up as your genuine self, flaws, quirks, and all. When crafting your online dating profile, consider adding a touch of humor, such as mentioning your height in a light-hearted way, like saying you stand at 6 feet tall. It's essential to share photos that genuinely reflect your current appearance rather than images from a decade ago when you had a full head of hair. Ladies, remember that if you want to attract serious matches who are genuinely interested in finding a long-term partner, it's important to be clear about your intentions. This means being open to meeting those who are looking for a meaningful relationship rather than just a casual fling. Unless you fit the mold of a kind, nurturing, and non-feminist girl next door supermodel, it might be wise to relax your expectations regarding height and career achievements a bit. Additionally, ensure that the photos you post accurately depict how you look today, rather than showing an outdated version of yourself that may have been 10 pounds lighter and heavily filtered. Another point to consider is the expectation that men should always prioritize women's needs. In modern dating, there seems to be a common belief that men should be available at a moment's notice, whether that means responding to texts immediately or rearranging their schedules to accommodate a woman's plans. If a man takes too long to reply, he might be labeled as emotionally unavailable or not serious about the relationship. However, if a woman is too busy to respond or cancels plans last minute, it's often justified by her having a lot on her plate. This creates a noticeable imbalance, suggesting that a man's time and energy are more flexible than a woman's. To address this issue, it's crucial to establish clear boundaries regarding your availability and time. Politely communicate that you value mutual respect in scheduling and that both parties should prioritize each other's time equally. Remember, both men and women should treat others as they wish to be treated. If your expectations don't align with hers, it may indicate that you're not the right match. Now, let's discuss the impact of social media on relationships. Women often utilize platforms like Instagram and TikTok to showcase their romantic lives, but sometimes men end up being mere props in these online narratives, serving to garner likes and comments. Have you ever noticed how quickly she shares adorable couple photos yet seems hesitant to commit in real life? It can feel as though men are just accessories in her curated highlight reel, designed to present an idealized version of her life to her followers. However, the emotional depth of the relationship may not be as profound as the captions suggest, or you might not even be featured in those photos at all. To counter this trend, have an open dialogue about how you both want to navigate sharing your relationship on social media. Express that while you support each other's online presence, it's important to prioritize genuine and meaningful experiences offline, rather than focusing solely on a polished online image. For the gentleman, be aware that her social media activity can reveal potential red flags. It's wise to steer clear of those who seem to seek constant external validation and attention. Don't let her looks or charm cloud your judgment. And for the ladies, consider how your partner might feel. Unless he enjoys the idea of other men admiring you, it's beneficial to cultivate your own sense of self-worth. Finding internal validation is far more rewarding than seeking superficial approval from others. Lastly, let's touch on the concept of the friend zone. Many are familiar with this phenomenon, where women often seek emotional support from men while making it clear that they are not interested in a romantic relationship. This dynamic can lead to confusion and frustration, as it blurs the lines between friendship and romantic interest. Navigating modern dating pitfalls, a guide to mutual respect and understanding. ***The friend zone conundrum, emotional labor without reciprocity****. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're the go-to confidant for someone, offering emotional support through life's ups and downs, only to realize that your feelings for this person are not reciprocated in a romantic or intimate way? This phenomenon, commonly known as the friend zone, can be particularly frustrating for those on the giving end. Essentially, it's an emotional transaction where one party invests their feelings, expecting a deeper connection in return, only to find the investment yields no romantic or intimate dividends. Breaking free from the friend zone, a proactive approach. To avoid getting trapped in this cycle, consider the following strategy. Early disclosure. Be open about your romantic intentions from the outset. Clarify that you're seeking a relationship rather than merely a friendship. Boundary setting. If your feelings aren't reciprocated, establish clear boundaries on the level of emotional support you're willing to provide. This protective measure allows you to preserve your emotional well-being and focus on finding someone who values you beyond friendship. Important reminders. To the gentleman ***, never wait indefinitely for a woman's feelings to align with yours. Your time and emotions are valuable. ***, to the ladies ***, be aware that unintentionally leading someone on under the guise of just friends can be hurtful. Recognize that, in most cases, men do not engage in friendships without some level of romantic interest. Be considerate and communicate your intentions clearly. ***, the strong independent woman paradox, balancing autonomy and interdependence ***. In today's society, the allure of being a strong, independent woman is undeniable. However, this narrative sometimes translates into a pick-and-choose approach to independence, where men are expected to step in during inconvenient or challenging situations, e.g., financial support, DIY tasks, but are otherwise deemed unnecessary. Genuine independence in a relationship means embracing a balanced distribution of responsibilities, not selectively opting in and out of autonomy based on convenience. ***, cultivating a balanced relationship ***. Foster open dialogue ***, encourage discussions about what independence and interdependence mean to both parties in the relationship. Shared responsibilities ***, establish a mutual understanding of financial, emotional, and practical tasks, ensuring a fair distribution that respects both partners' comfort levels and capabilities. Additional insights ***. For the gentleman ***, society often pressures women to embody masculine energy constantly. However, most women yearn to embrace their vulnerable, feminine side in a safe and supportive environment. Providing this safety can deepen your connection. ***, for the ladies ***, it's perfectly okay to be a powerful, independent individual in your professional life while embracing your femininity in your personal relationships. Finding the right partner will make you feel safe in doing so. Trust your instincts and desires. ***, the modern dating landscape, navigating double standards ***. Observations of modern dating trends reveal a persistent imbalance, with men often expected to be providers, emotional pillars, and initiators in relationships, despite the increasing financial independence of women. Furthermore, the dynamics of sex and relationship initiation have become skewed, favoring one side over the other. It's crucial to acknowledge these double standards to work towards a more equitable dating environment that values mutual respect and understanding. Moving forward For modern dating to achieve true equality, it's essential for both parties to recognize and challenge these imbalances. By fostering open communication, respecting boundaries, and striving for mutual support, we can create healthier, more fulfilling relationships. It is essential to bring attention to the double standards that exist in dating, particularly those that affect men. Men deserve to be in relationships that are equitable and just, rather than being treated merely as tools for someone else's happiness. Gentlemen, it's crucial to become aware of these dynamics and not allow yourselves to be manipulated in the dating scene. You should advocate for the same equality that is often discussed. If a woman is not contributing equally in terms of energy and investment in the relationship, it may be time to reconsider who is truly gaining from this arrangement. On the other hand, ladies, it's important to recognize that an increasing number of men are choosing to step away from dating, which is leading to less competition for those who remain, especially for the men you may be interested in. The reality is that there aren't enough men to go around. If you desire a partner, it's vital to pay attention to the insights shared in this video and start appreciating the good men who are available, even if they don't align perfectly with your current, perhaps unrealistic, expectations. Stay alert and conscious of these double standards, and avoid falling into their traps. Have you encountered double standards in your own dating experiences? We invite you to share your stories in the comments below so we can have an honest discussion about the realities of dating today. For men who are ready to stop wasting their time on women who adhere to these double standards and are seeking a partner who will genuinely respect them, my coaching program is tailored just for you. In this program, you will learn how to excel in online dating, master the art of flirting, build authentic confidence with women, and navigate real-life meetings. Whether you are looking for a serious relationship or casual encounters, this program can help you find what you seek. Spaces are limited, so please click the link or scan the QR code to schedule a free discovery call today. Let's work together to achieve the results you truly desire. Thank you for being here and sending lots of love your way. God bless.